Hello everyone, welcome to the GATE Engineering online learning classes. In this video, we will solve some previous year GATE questions on system properties like LTI systems, causal and non-causal system, stable and unstable system. So before starting the problem, just we'll quickly revise what is the linear and non-linear system and how we can check the linearity of the system and how we can check the time invariant property of the system. So linear systems satisfy the superposition theorem that is given by this. Now we will see how we can check the linearity of the system. So this is the step-by-step procedure. So first you need to replace xt by x1t and x2t, and you need to compute y1t and y2t. Actually, in the system, you will have given a relation between xt and yt, where xt is the input signal, and yt is our output signal. So in the first step, you will have to replace xt by x1t and x2t, and you will have to compute y1t and y2t by substituting x1t and x2t in the given system. Then you will have to add both of them. If you add both of them, y1t plus y2t, you will get something. And in the third step, you will have to replace xt by x1t plus x2t. So now you are adding before transforming the signal input signal to the output. First you are adding the signal, then you are computing the response y3t. Okay, so if y3t is equal to y1t plus y2t, we can see that the system is linear, otherwise system will be non-linear. This is the first procedure to check the linearity. Now we will check the time invariant property. So time invariant system is one whose input output relationship does not vary with time. So in other terms, some changes in the input signal is shifted by some amount, the output signal should be the shifted by the same amount. So here yt comma tau should be equal to yt minus tau. So here yt comma tau is representing the signal is shifted, input signal is shifted by tau, but yt minus tau is representing the output signal is shifted by tau. So input signal is shifted by tau is the yt comma tau, and output signal is shifted by tau is the yt minus tau. If both the signals are equal, then we can say that the system is time invariant. Otherwise, system will be time variant. So now we'll solve one problem. That problem is asked in the GATE exam. The problem is asked. This problem is asked in the GATE 2017, and relation is given input xt and output yt. Yt is given like that integration of xu du. So we'll have to check the linearity and time invariant property of the signal. So we will have to identify. So what we will do? First, we'll replace xu by x1u and x2u, or we can say that xt by x1t and x2t. Just you consider this u as t. Okay, because at last you will get t after solving this integration, because limit is the t here, integration limit is in the t, so you will get finally function of t. So consider xu as xt and replace xt by x1t and x2t. Then you will get y1t and y2t by substituting x1t and x2t in the given system. So y1t will be integration of x1t and y2t will be integration of x2t. Now, if you add both of them, you will get the equation number 1. This is the step 2. In the step 3, you will have to replace xt by x1t plus x2t. So, you will get a new expression by 3t that will be integration of x1t plus x2t. Now, you can separate it because integrator is the linear operator. You can apply the linear property here. You can separate it and you will get the equation number 2 that is equal to equation number 1. So here we can say that y1t plus y2t is equal to y3t. So this system is the linear system. So from the question, we can see that answer C, option C and option D are not correct because system is linear. Now we'll check the system is time variant or time invariant. For testing time invariant system, first we'll replace t by t minus tau. Then we'll get xt minus tau and substitute this in the given system, then you will get yt comma tau. That means this is the input signal shifted by tau. So you will get yt comma tau. Now you replace t by t minus tau in yt in final system, then you will get yt minus tau. If both the expression will be equal, then we can say the system is time invariant. Okay, so let's look at here how we can check the time invariant. This is our system, and we'll replace t by t minus tau, and we can write xt minus tau here with respect to t. We can write it like this. This is our yt comma tau, and now we delay in the output or shift in the output by tau, so we will get x1 t minus tau only here, because this is u and u is ultimately is a t here. So we can say that yt comma tau is equal to yt minus tau. So this system is a time invariant. So here you can think in this way. This is the solving approach, but you can directly write the answer. I will tell you how you can write directly answer for this problem. Okay. So here you can see that in this problem, this xu is the function of time only. X is only function of time, but yt is function of xt. Yt is function of xt, and it is, does not depends on other t except xt. It means yt is here function of xt only. Yt is function of xt. So we can say that system is time invariant. Okay. If system is given like this, if the same system is given like this, multiply here t into xu du, then we can say that this system is time variant. Okay. If somewhere we write 2t here, so this system will become time variant. For linearity, yt is proportional to xu, or yt is proportional to xt. Here yt is proportional to xt. Then we can say that the system is a linear. It is not a proportional of x square or xq or anything. And thing is that other thing is that it is the integrator here, which is the linear operator. Directly you can solve it. If we write yt equal to txt plus b, then it will become non-linear because of b is added in the equation. I will discuss this problem. This problem is asked in GATE 2000, and system is given as yt equal to txt. We will have to check the system is linear time variant, or non-linear time invariant, or non-linear time variant. We will have to check which is the correct answer here. So first we'll see, we can write y1t as t x1t, because we are replacing x1 xt by x1t. Now we replace y2t by tx2t. Okay, if we add both of them, we will get t x1t plus x2t. We will get t x1 plus x2, and x1 x2 both are function of time. Okay. Now in the next step, what we will have to do, xt is replaced by x1t plus x2t. So we will get, if we replace xt by x1t plus x2t, if we replace xt by x1t plus x2t, we will get yt or y3t, that will be t into x1t plus x2t, t into x1t plus x2t. If we compare both of them, y1t plus y2t equal to y3t, both are the same, so we can say that the system is linear. I have already told you yt is directly proportional to xt, so it will become linear. Directly you can see that if expression will be given like this, yt equal to t xt plus b. Okay, this will become non-linear, because in this case here you will get b, and here in this case you will get b, here you will get b, and at this place you will get 2b because of addition of y1 and y2, and this expression will not be equal here, so it will become non-linear. That's why any addition of the constant generates the non-linear system. Okay. Now we talk about the, so this is the linear, A may be correct, B may be correct, but C and D are not correct. Okay, now we'll check the time variant property or time invariant. Yt is txt here. If we delay in the input, we will get yt is equal to txt minus tau. Txt minus tau. Okay, this is the one equation. And another equation, if you delay in the output, yt minus tau will become t minus tau xt minus tau. So what here? What is happening here? Both are not equal. So this system is time variant. So option A is correct. Linear and time variant. Now here we'll talk about the causal system. Some input and output relation is given, and question is asked that which one is the causal system here. So definition of the causal system is that when output yt will depend only on the present and past value of the input signal. When output will depends only on the present and past value of the input signal, then we can see the system is causal. Otherwise, it will become non-causal. So we will have to check which option is depending only on the present and past value, and which options are depends on the future value. If one option is depends on the future value, you can cross them because that will be non-causal system. If you find one system that is depending only present and past value, that will be causal system. So first we'll look at option A, which is yt. Yt is xt minus 2 plus xt plus 4. Here xt minus 2, t is the current time, and t minus 2 will be past time, and t plus 4 will be future time. Okay, so this is the future time here because yt depending on xt plus 4. So this system will become non-causal. So this is not a correct option. Now here we will see yt is t minus 4 xt plus 1. So here we will see only xt plus 1, not t minus 4, because t minus 4 is the constant multiplication, but x is the function of time. So we'll have to check output depending only on the present and past value of the input. So yt is xt plus 1. Due to the xt plus 1, it is future. Yt is depending on the future value, so it is also non-causal system. Now here yt is equal to t plus 4 xt minus 1. So we will check the signal xt, not t plus 4. So here xt minus 1 is the past value for yt. So here yt is depending only on the past value of the input signal. So it will be causal system. Now let's we check D part. D is the yt, which is t plus 5 xt plus 5. This t plus 5 is the future value, and output is depending on future value as well. So this is again non-causal system. Okay. Now we will solve. So correct answer is the C. Now next problem that is asked in the gate 2008. The question is related to the stability of the system. The impulse response of an LTI system, LTI is the linear time invariant system, described by ht e to power alpha t ut plus e to power beta t u minus t, where ut denotes the unit step function and alpha and beta are the real constants. The system will be stable if alpha is positive and beta is positive, if alpha is negative and beta is negative, if alpha is positive and beta is negative, if alpha is negative and beta is positive. So we'll have to check at what value of alpha and beta, at what range of alpha and beta, the system will become stable. So first definition of the stable system is that it should be absolutely integrable. System should be absolutely integrable. That is defined as mod of ht dt less than infinity. System should be absolutely integrable, or mod value of ht should be in less than infinity, or should be finite. So system value should be finite for all value of t, or we can say that in this case ht should be bounded. If t tends to infinite, ht should not be infinite, or ht should be equal to 0. Okay, for stability. For t tends to minus infinite, ht should be 0. So we'll have to check this thing. So if we plot it, what are the possibility to plot the signal for the stable signal? E of beta t u minus t. This is the exponential signal from minus infinity side. It will raise towards the 0, and now from the positive side it should be like this. This is the possibility for the stable system. This is the boundary system. Towards the infinite ht is 0, towards the minus infinite ht is 0. This is the possibility, and here it will be 1. So now this signal is the e to power beta t u minus t, and this one is the e to power alpha t ut. So in this case, exponentially decaying signal, so alpha should be negative. From the positive side, exponential e to power alpha t is decaying function, exponential alpha t is decaying function, so it should be negative. So option B or option D might be correct. And from this side, it is the rising function till t equal to 0, or in the negative side, so beta should be positive. Then this exponential will increase. So alpha is negative, beta is positive, the correct answer. So correct option is the D here. So today in this session we discussed 4 problems, 2 on the LTI system, linear time invariant system, 1 on the causal non-causal system, 1 is the on the stable system. So all these questions asked in the previous year gate questions. We will solve some more problem on the previous year gate questions in different topics of the signal and system. For watching all those videos, please stay tuned here and you subscribe the video for more videos. Thank you guys.